Hey guys, thanks for joining us for another video. A lot of people know about Parker Systems for the generators that we provide for disasters such as hurricanes and events and those kind of things. Well, another thing a lot of people don't know is we do commercial generators for commercial industry like chicken houses, and we also do residential generators. And one of the things that we've been successful in doing is a lot of people we know that have businesses, well, they have a home and they want to get a generator for their house. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about how maybe you can install a portable generator like the one that's behind me in your home, and it'll give you some flexibility, and we'll go over those options that you might look to do for a generator in your home. So if you were interested in a generator for your home, air conditioning is going to be your largest load or your heating load if you have a heat pump or an air conditioner. If you had a larger home that you needed, say a 40, a 30, or 50 kW generator, standing behind me is a 45 kVA generator, so it's going to be like 35 kW. For most homes, this size generator would be really nice. If you had a place around your home, like you've got a garage or a covered patio, that you could park something like this and then kind of dress it up with some landscaping or something, rather than have that big box generator that you landscape around, you know, you might consider doing something like this. And what that would allow you the flexibility of is have this generator installed at your home all the time, but then if you had a business or you wanted to rent it out or do other things, it would give you that flexibility. So one of the things that you'd want to look for is the connectivity of the generator on the electrical side. And this generator already comes with these cam connections. So they do 400 amps each. And this is a standard in the industry, in the movie, television, audio industry, industrial, disaster recovery world. This is pretty much a standard, 3 phases. Obviously with this generator too, you can set it to operate at single phase or 3 phase. And at single phase, it just uses a couple of these and one of them isn't utilized. So that's really handy. So that would make it really nice to be able to install on your home. And if you installed one on your home, one of the components of a standby generator system at your home is the ATS, or the automatic transfer switch. Well, this generator is ready to accept the automatic transfer switch inputs. Another nice thing about this particular unit, we'll walk over to this side. If the generator's sitting there and the control power is on, you need some way to replenish that. And this unit has a battery charger input, so it's just a regular plug. And then it has for the engine block heater. So this generator has a neat feature on the heater. It actually has in the bottom part of the radiator a heater, so by convection the whole radiator gets warm. It then has an oil heater in the oil pan to keep the oil in the generator warm. And then it has a little surround around the battery to keep it warm. So all 3 components that you need to keep warm and have this generator ready to crank and immediately take the load is provided in that. So why is that important? Is because when this generator cranks up, say the power goes off, the generator automatically cranks. The generator needs to be at temperature so that it can immediately start taking the load and not have time to warm up. So the engine's oil is already hot, the radiator's already hot, and the battery's hot enough to crank it. So then as soon as the transfer switch sees the power go off, it tells the generator to crank. And then the minute that the transfer switch sees the right frequency and the right voltage for your home provided by the generator, it transfers the load and all your lights come back on. So that's kind of a neat feature. So if we get kind of to the cost numbers, if you're gonna buy like one of those standby generators by Generac or somebody like that, you're gonna have 5 to 10 grand in that generator. If you buy one of the standby home generators, those would be 20 kW. So you want to maybe go to 30 water cooled in a diesel or a gasoline, propane or natural gas generator, you're gonna be in 20 grand, 30 grand range. And then you could get one of these in the $40,000 range new. We're also gonna show you a couple more that we buy sometimes for auctions and talk a little bit about some of the features that you could get with that. It's kind of a neat option if you're thinking about doing a home standby generator, that you could take some of the funds that you would normally use to give yourself an option to have a unit like this, and then you could have multiple transfer switches at your office, at your business, at your home, and then take and redeploy that generator wherever you needed it. So another thing you could do, these units we picked up in an auction house. And the nice thing about these units, this is a MQ Power Whisper Watt. These generators here, we're gonna take them and put them through our shop. We'll go through and we'll test them. And we'll do a new paint job on them and clean them up. These units are older, but they had few hours on them. So if you're looking to do the same kind of scenario for your home, you don't have to spend $40,000 to get a new 25, 35, 40 kW generator. This little 25, probably 25 kVA, so I think they're about 18 kW. Again, would run most houses. You can pick one of these guys up for 3 to 10 grand. If you go and run the compression on the engine, make sure it has compression, put it on a load bank, and then make sure the voltage regulation is right. You know, you can save a lot of money by not buying a new one, but buying one of these guys, and with the little diesel engines in them, you know, you can get a good deal on a generator that you normally would spend 40 grand for, spend 5 to 7,000 at the auction, clean it up, paint it another 3 grand, and now you're into it for $10,000 instead of 40. Just gives you another option to kind of do the same thing. So we talked about a 40 or 50 kW generator. This one's a little bit larger. This is an 80 kW generator with a 300-gallon fuel tank under the bottom. But if you can imagine, I brought you back here to see this because this gives you the scale. You know, obviously if this thing was sitting on the concrete pad, you know, it'd be this high off the ground. But this gives you an idea of what a 45 kW liquid cooled, if you're doing natural gas or propane generator would look like, or diesel. So if you're gonna hide something this big, if you poured your little pad, did a little landscaping, put a little roof or lean-to off the side of your home or your garage and remote it around, and then add the transfer switch, it kind of gives you an idea of what your standby system would look like. And then you could have a permanent standby system where then you could take the generator and go to your business, go to your home. You know, if a lot of people had them and found out about companies in their area like us, you know, we would even rent them or cross-rent them for festivals, events, and other things. So it would just be, it would give you another option if you wanted to spend a little bit more money, or if you had a business that needed it, or you know, just any kind of scenario. A lot of folks that have chicken houses, you know, they want a 100 kW generator or so that they're required by their growers to put on. But I do know guys that get their own 100 kW generators that are towable, portables, and so they can carry them around and be redundant and back up while they're having service or issues with them. So it just gives you another option for your home standby generator if you're gonna bury, you know, $10,000 to $20,000 in a unit. But you know, a 40 kW unit like this in a home deal, you don't have 25,000, so you put 15 grand more with it, now you got a towable. It just gives you some flexibility, and we thought maybe it'd be helpful for you to think about some different options that you could utilize, certainly if you have a detached garage or how your power's laid out. All right guys, so if you're looking for your business or your home, you know, really no matter what size of generator you might need, there's probably a towable or portable option that would make sense for you. And here at Parker, you know, we could offer you that. So be a great way that maybe you could even take a business deduction and be able to get the generator on your home or whatever you wanted to do. So anyway, if you're interested in something like that, look us up here at Parker Systems, 1-800-8-PARKER. So that's 1-800-872-7537. And we can provide you a solution for a towable generator, a permanently installed generator, or whatever your standby solution needs. If you have any questions, we have a great community that follows us along. Put them down in the comments. There's a lot of great comments that we get when we do a video like this. So if you have a question, somebody watching this video has a question, and then maybe take a chance to go down and look at the comments. You know, send this video to a friend of yours, like, share, and subscribe. We thank you for watching.